Today, a somewhat belated review on the Nixon Mission Smartwatch powered by Android Wear. This watch caught my attention all the way back in late 2017 when I first came across it. I was certainly interested in making the purchase, but at $749, I thought it was a little bit excessive for a smartwatch. There's a reason for that price point. It's certainly a very rugged and reliable smartwatch capable of submerging in water up to 100 meters. So it's a watch designed for extreme sports and the tough environmental conditions outdoors. But also, it just looks like a great watch. It has that classic sports watch appearance. It's large, bulky, a substantial watch, which is really a great alternative to some of the cheaper smartwatches we're seeing come out on the market today. But thankfully, I was able to pick it up at a really good price point as a run-out model at around $349 Australian. I've seen it online for that price point, even a little bit lower. I've got the metallic stainless steel version, which is the one that I really like, and is also metallic black. And at a slightly cheaper price point of around $299, you can get the plastic and rubber band version, which still looks great, but certainly this is by far my favorite. Anyway, in terms of helping you with your purchasing decision, if you've come across this video, then you're probably in a similar situation as I was when I was trying to decide whether to purchase it or not. It is a slightly older generation of smartwatch, but it has most of the features you would need right now in 2019. There's a couple of omissions. The first one is it doesn't have a heart rate monitor. Not all smartwatches have heart rate monitors, but many of them in 2019 certainly do. The Samsung Galaxy, the Apple Watch, for example, will have a heart rate monitor. It does track your steps. It has built-in GPS, which means you can use your smartwatch and smartphone to do your recording of steps through the Google Fit app, or you can go running without your smartphone and use GPS to track your movements. So that is one great advantage, but no heart rate monitor. In terms of usability, you can use it on an iPhone or an Android phone, depending on your choice there, or both. I have both, so it's great that I'm able to pair it with one phone or the other, depending on which phone I wish to use. But it's not seamless. You have to unpair it from one phone and then connect to another, which there is a bit of process involved. Now, if you are using it on an iPhone, you get most of the functionality of Android Wear too, but it seems to be more of a one-way street where all the messages come in and you can receive text messages, Facebook, etc., Twitter, YouTube messages, whatever they might be. You can get a phone call alert, which you can answer with the watch, but then you'll need to actually pick up the phone to talk to that caller, unlike some of the latest smartwatches, which let you take the call on the watch itself and also send messages back with intuitive interface to type messages. This doesn't seem to do it on the Apple iOS version of Android Wear. Now, if you're using it on Android, there are some options to respond with text and voice recordings. I haven't fully checked it out, but I know it is a bit more extensive on Android. The other thing to keep in mind is that you do have a limited number of watch faces. They're all designed by Nixon, which are really smart looking. They're customizable to an extent. You can change the background color, the foreground elements, etc. You can even move around the placement of certain elements of the interface. You can put the battery readout on the top or to the side, etc. You can decide whether you want to have the analog hands accompanied by a digital readout as well. So there's some configuration on each of the watch faces. So if you're an Apple user, it's going to perform all of the basics that you need in a smartwatch, including fitness tracking, notifications, receiving call alerts and calendar events, Google Assistant and weather notifications, and you can even use it to find your phone if you've misplaced it. If you're an Android user, you'll get some added advantages. So overall, it's still a worthy consideration, especially at this reduced price point that you'll be able to get now in 2019. Now, I'm going to be using it a lot more over the next week or two. So if you've got any questions, no doubt by then I would have had enough experience to answer many more questions. So if there are questions remaining, feel free to put them in the comments box below and I'll endeavor to get back to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed the video, hit me up with a like. If you want to see more like this, consider subscribing to the channel and you'll be notified of up and coming video releases. See you on the next one. Bye for now.